So my name is Liberty and I am a serial daydreamer. I really love learning as much as I can about certain situations and events and really enjoy picking stuff apart and learning about why things are done certain ways. This relates to a lot of different things in my life that I've come across and learnt about, but the main thing which I would say I am most interested in is Walt Disney World and the Disney company in general. I think they are such a special place and they honestly just have the most amazing attention to detail and creativity, and literally pretty much anything which is shown in any of their parks, and even going out to films, merchandise, other things that the Walt Disney Company have their hands in. It's all done for a reason, and there's such fun stories and inspiration and reasons behind why things look how they look today, and it just shows you why Disney is one of the most recognisable companies in the world, because they honestly do put so much thought and consideration into everything they create. Obviously they don't always get it right. What company does always get it right? But honestly, when they do get it right, it's exceptional and it's next to nothing else can be compared to the magic that comes from Disney. And once you really start learning about why things are done like they are, you kind of see Disney in a whole new light, and it just becomes an unmatched franchise to learn about and place to travel to and visit, and it is just really, really special. So I have been lucky enough to travel to Walt Disney World in Florida pretty much annually since I was about 18 months old, which is crazy. I am so lucky, and I have spent so many important and memorable family trips there. Actually have been really lucky to see it from when I was obviously tiny, what it was like in the 90s, well, not the 90s, I was born in 99, so that would have been really, really impressive, but what it was like in the 2000s, and then still what it's looking like today, what attractions have stood the test of time over them 20 years, and then what ones have stayed for a very short amount of time. And literally, even though I've been over 20 times now, I still find magic and excitement in it every single time I go, which I think is just, that captures it all really. If you're able to go somewhere and visit somewhere that much and you still find it exciting when you land and sad when you go home, I think that's when you found one of the best places you can possibly be, if I'm honest. So obviously I love Walt Disney World. I love it for many different things. Obviously I love it as much as everybody else loves it. I love the films, I love the merchandise, I love all the cute things, but I also love it on a deeper level as well. And as mentioned before, I love learning about the history of it, the secret hidden details and meanings. I honestly cannot get enough of that. It is like I don't even know, I'm so obsessed with it, and I would love to spend this podcast talking about all them hidden secrets and treasures which you can find among the park, but just with Disney in general, which hopefully you can pass on to other people when you next visit, or when you're next talking about it at a dinner party, or you find some like-minded people that have also travelled there and love it, or you're trying to offer advice to someone who's going for the first time. I really want this podcast to be accessible for a lot of different kinds of people. Like I said, whether you're going on your first trip or you're going on your 50th trip, I hope there's something of value in these podcasts which you can take on, and it will just make either your own trip or you can offer to someone else's trip to make it that little bit more magical and exciting, and just keep that learning and thrill and education alive, which Walt Disney always wanted, and I think it's always important to just have as well. The minute you stop learning is the minute you stop growing. So the more that you can keep it going, especially when you're going on holiday, it's a win-win. And I just really want to provide a space where I can offer that. I do follow a few different Disney podcasts, which I absolutely love. I might do a podcast in the future just recommending other podcasts which I love, maybe when we're celebrating like our 10th or 20th episode. And they do scatter a few podcasts specifically of interest about Disney World history, Disney World facts and secrets, but no one solely does it as like their whole podcast. So I'm hoping to be that person, I'm hoping to be that outlet, and I'm honestly just really, really excited.